Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. GhettoRig episode 296. My name is Jay. All the way to my right, I have my co-host Eddie. Behind the camera, we got Miggy with a
New back look, new back takes.
yeah, new look.
What? What?
Like pause, Miggy, pause.
Show off the haircut and stop it with that wild
You
shit.
switch the camera on you. They'll see it. Turn around. They'll see it from the back. Yeah.
Wave
check. So Miggy, what prompted you to go this type of haircut? Because for a while you had that, kind of like a full Edgar haircut.
Okay. This is the reason. Before my haircut, I looked like I was about to blow up the plane. After the haircut, I look like I'm gonna buy the plane.
Oh, okay. Is that how it works?
Yeah. That's the reason why.
Yeah, that's the reason
I looked
why.
homeless, bro. I did not look approachable.
I mean, you said it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it.
Now you gotta
I'll say it again.
fix the beard and you're set.
Fix the beard.
Yeah, line it
can't.
up.
I did.
Trim-
I did already.
Trim
was
it up a
part of
little
it.
bit more.
That was part of it. You think I should bring it down a little bit lower?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe a little bit shorter.
I was thinking about it.
Maybe a little bit
I did
shorter.
go short. I cut it by like half. It was long.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah.
I had that Fidel Castro on me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because your hair are curly just to begin with, and then the beard gets out of whack. Unless you grow like a full beard, then it
Yeah.
looks out of whack.
It doesn't matter what I do to try and straighten this. It doesn't matter.
You just gotta use that beard balm, the thing that softens your hair.
I've tried it, but it's uncomfortable.
Oily, you mean?
Like oil's probably better than, because I've used the balm before. The paste.
Yeah, no, the oil.
I've used like the mint.
Yeah, I got some at home. I'll bring it to you. See if you
Okay.
like it. I have both. I have oil, and then I have that thing that comes in a like metal can. You just kind of like grab it on your
that's
finger,
what I used.
rub it
Bought
in.
at the CVS.
Oh yeah, no. The one I've got is like legit organic, good stuff, like made from natural shit. So
Okay.
yeah, so try it out. See if you like it. But it does make my, when I would put it, it would make my beard shiny, super shiny.
Yeah.
But it gave it like a healthy
I
look.
was using also did that, but when I did start taking care of my beard again, I tried using that same product, but it was expired, I think, because it smelled rancid,
Mm,
and then I just threw it away.
yeah.
So I haven't got any new ones.
Yeah, I'll bring it to you. I'll bring it to you. Try using that. That usually gets it under control, and then that you don't have any of those like stragglers that are sticking out. It kind of gets it nice and even,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of brush it with a brush, and you're good.
I think I might bring it down a little bit more though. Even myself, just put on little clippers, put on a guard, and just. Take it
Well,
down a little more.
so like
Actually, no. Right
you
now,
can
it's pretty
learn how to
faded.
taper it.
In a couple, maybe like another week. Probably do that because right now it's nice and tapered.
Yeah, like if you know how to fade it in, where you go
No,
from
I
like a
do not.
1 to 2 to 3.
I will fuck
You know what I
myself
mean?
up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. It takes a couple of tries, but you
I'll
can
look
get it.
like one of those homeless dogs, one of those stray dogs. Just
No,
got patches of hairs.
no, you just gotta go slow and gotta go careful. It might take some time, first few times, and then you kind of get used to it. Cause I usually do mine that way. I'll start with a 1, cause there'll be 0 on top, and then I'll go to 1, and then I'll do the patch with 2, and then you just gotta make sure blend that line in. And to blend that line in, just on a line, you press it a little bit harder, and it blends it in. And then you blend the line between 3 and 2, and then you're good.
I would just wait another 2-3 weeks and then maybe get a haircut. Let the professional handle that stuff.
Yeah, because I noticed that within a week, my hair on my beard and my head grows a 1/4 inch. That's my, whatever I have left on my head, it's 1/4 inch, right? That's the growth. So you're looking
When it
at.
comes to beards, they can call me Patch. I just got this.
That's
here
a
at the
month worth
bottom.
of beard right there for Eddie.
No, I shaved it the other day, like a few days ago. Not that it grows quick. I just don't grow in every
I
area.
wonder what you would look like with like a goatee, like a long goatee.
No, I
Fu Manchu. He's
Yeah.
kind of grow the.
no. I can my mustache grows and all this grows, but here I'm missing this. Right
But
here.
listen, your mustache right here in the middle don't grow either.
No,
right here.
it's weird. This
Yeah.
area doesn't have a lot of hair.
You can do the California style, the vato, those.
I also recently I shaved. I think it was this weekend. I shaved my face and then trim my mustache. But yeah, I don't grow in here in this line, or here. Not yet, at least. It's,
You don't want it to grow. That means you're gonna lose the hair on top of your head. So just keep it like that.
I already think I am.
You gotta use chicken poop.
Chicken poop.
Yeah, rub some chicken poop.
No, don't rub chicken poop, bro. That's like the best way to get salmonella, dog.
That's what Cubans used to tell us. You gotta rub some chicken poop.
Nah. None of that chicken poop shit. But yours is the same way. Yours doesn't fill in right here, right?
Right here, right here it doesn't.
In here, like right under, it has like a little, right?
Where?
Like when it goes down, it has like a little cutout.
There's a little patch right here that doesn't fully connect.
I'm saying under it, like
right
here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, hair doesn't grow in this area right
here. Yeah. Mine is the weird. Mine grows everything, and then if I let this grow up, because I take care of this, right? Like I actually plug the top ones completely, take them out. Yeah, and then just line this. But if I get it up high, because my shit goes up to my eye like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then right here it doesn't, like there's a gap right here between the beard line, right? So this doesn't fill in right here.
Well, you didn't get on your head, you just got all in your face, huh?
Bro, all over my body, my back. It just connects now at this point. It goes from back of my head, my face, and just all connects all at once over my shoulders and everything.
The only piece that he doesn't have any in is his neck, the back of his neck.
I got some on back of my neck.
It's just waiting to connect all together.
No, it's connected. It is connected. I got hair on there. The only place I don't really have hair is right there.
Yeah,
right here. Oh, that's the missing link. Right
That's the missing link right there. Right there.
I don't have any hair on my back, I don't think. Yeah.
And
I got some hair on my chest and stomach, but not on my back.
Since I've been doing jiu-jitsu, I think my head has grown bigger.
Your head?
My head has grown bigger. My head was never this big because back in the day, I would never be able to wear the hat like this. Like any hat I would wear, it would have to be like that. Now all the hats, like the way they come, I put them on exactly the way they come and they fit perfect. My head has grown bigger. Like
big brains. That's big IQ right there.
Oh, it's either that or it's that Neanderthal juice that I've been injecting, you know? That acai.
You've been injecting it in the wrong place,
acai and coconut water. Yeah, but I think that overall has like put a thing on my jaw too. Like my jaw has gotten like more Neanderthal looking, you know, and put a more cliff chin and stuff like that.
Do you have a butt chin like your brother?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a familial trait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the butt chin.
I forgot who. I think Emily was like, Arthur, when was the last time you shaved? And Lynette was like, no. And she was like, why? Why can't he shave? He's got a horrible butt chin.
You don't see it? You should be able to see it. There's a dip right there.
I mean, I kind of can see the dip, but it doesn't like, it's not very pronounced.
You see it?
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's a nice butt chin, dog.
You got them cheeks on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And it's crazy that because all it is just a fat deposit right there. Like how does it deposit just in that area? You know, like you got fish that grow like that. You know, the fat
like
deposit.
Yeah, you're like a peacock bass.
Yeah.
You guys do anything fun this weekend?
Oh. Yeah.
I've been doing some shit lately. I've been on fucking adventures. Look at my tan, dude. Look at this.
Where'd you go?
I've been, well, the first one was Aquatica, along with Rodolfo. We went at night. I've never been at night. Definitely a different experience.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of lit up, nothing crazy, but fucking Puerto Rican asses everywhere. So
Did you touch any?
Hell no.
Why not?
I'm trying to catch a case. There's a lot of young ladies over there.
Oh, yeah, you can catch a case with that.
Up. It's fucked up that didn't make that event 21 plus. But
yeah, you catch a case quick.
I went scalloping. Not really scalloping, but recording scalloping.
Oh, it would work?
Never, yeah, for work.
How was that?
I haven't done that.
It was it Three Sisters over there?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We went out there, went to the little flats.
Did you get to eat some raw out of the shell?
No, I was just recording. Yeah, they took them in quick, like, and the whole entire thing was quick too. We got there. I barely got any footage. I got a little bit of everything, but not too much of anything. That's literally how I would quote it.
Do you mean they would just dive and bring out like bagfuls and just fill up buckets?
Yes and no. Like every time they dove down, like there were a shit ton. They were also scouting because they do it commercially, and that's what we were recording for. But they got a decent amount. I think they maxed out and then decided to dip out.
What's the max on that?
I don't even know.
Because I know there's like a bucket, right? It's like a full bucket with shells per boat
I don't
or
know how
something
it
like
works.
that. Or
They're
like a
commer-
one
it's com-
eighth of a bucket.
It's
clean.
commercial for them, so they might work under
They
different
might do
rules.
different, yeah.
He had a bucket and they were able to make a 2026 thing out of scallops, and they had enough to surround the area. So it was a pretty decent amount.
Wait, what did you just say about
They
2026?
made like a 2026 out of scallops.
Like
for,
that,
the
he wrote it out.
2026 season. Just marketing stuff. But they had enough.
Do they shuck them or no?
No, not there. Later, of course.
Yeah, it's commercial, so they just sell them with the shells and
Yeah,
everything.
and these are like what? These are there's not really necessarily freshwater scallops, right? They're like
brackish
water.
water.
Brackish water.
I like scallops. It's interesting how they almost have a texture, almost like a really soft fish.
Mm-hmm. And they got sweet, and they're sweet depending on what water they're coming
They
out
also
of.
move. Like,
yeah.
I was trying to take the picture of the 2026, and they would just fucking move out of place. Like, fucking stop it.
Yeah, they do. I forgot what like little kid movie it is that I didn't know it was a scallop. I just thought it was like a shell or whatever, but it was jumping along.
Yeah, so did you see the Congress signed the paperwork? I think it's like 50-48 to stop the war in Iran, basically, pull the troops out.
Not a bad idea considering Mr. Bibi's not cooperating.
Yeah. Bibi kind of on his own little power trip right now.
Yep, he wants to do whatever he wants, and that's what he's going to be getting. No support from the U.S. By the way, I'm wearing my new U.S. hat. So, perfect. There you go.
For the soccer?
US.
Is that for soccer?
Baseball.
Baseball?
Yeah.
Bro, how much you pay for them hats?
I can tell you right now because I'm taking out the sticker. $80.99, but I bought two, so I got the buy one get one half.
Get the fuck out. You paid $60 a hat?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? Why so much? What's the
I like
point?
the hats, and these are special. Like, these are the World Baseball Classic Special Edition ones for the latest season.
Did it come with that pin?
And it come with a pin, patches.
What
Pretty
pin?
Cool. Comes with the little American flag right there.
See, because I bought my DR World Baseball Classic hat for, I think it was 45 or 50 maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean that's how much like the new era hats cost new. What do you think?
And the fitted ones are also more expensive, typically.
Yeah, mine's fitted. I think my
How do they
WBC
fit
one.
you with the hat?
I'm a 7 5/8 or 3/4 big ass head boy.
I get two. I get 7 1/4 and 7 3/8.
Depends on my haircut how they fit me.
Yep, exactly. That's why I get a bigger one and a smaller one.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: but how do they fit you? Do you just put a bunch of hats on to figure out what fits you right,
Yeah,
or
you
they
Yeah,
have
They
a
they
try
special
on the
device?
size. You try on the sizes they have. What do you mean?
And then you keep the sticker like me, so that you can remember which one you got.
You don't have to keep the sticker, brother. It says it on the inseam of the
I'm
thing.
just fucking with you, bro. Chill.
You
But, like,
tripping with
but-
the sticker.
Chill.
This
Okay.
is the thing. This is the thing I don't get with the stickers. I used to do it when I was a kid. You take it off because what happens is
Yeah,
like
the
if you
color fucks up.
exactly.
Fades.
So like if for whatever reason that sticker peels a little bit, now you got to take it off, and like even like 6 months of use, you have to take it off.
It
You
gets-
now see a circle
Yeah.
on the top of your hat of
Yeah,
like
all that
different color.
dust.
But let
Yeah.
me ask
That's
you.
why you just take them
I-
off right away.
I
It looks
don't
so
think-
much cleaner.
I don't think I still got the answer because when you're saying that's how much new age hats cost.
New
what do you
era,
mean-
new era.
What do you mean by that?
New Era is like the brand.
It's a mall special basically.
What do you mean mall
It's
special?
the one that they use. It's the official one.
Yeah, New Era is like the brand that sponsors like all of the big
So
sports.
what would be
and
the
everything.
difference? What would be the difference you buying that hat from Amazon? Like not new
You can buy
era,
it from
just
Amazon.
similar hat that's like says U.S. with a flag and everything.
Oh, it's different. Like the way so I bought one in Puerto Rico just from a vendor. This right here was all fucking bent. Instead of being it's not perfect, right? But it's relatively straight. Their shit went
When you say this, what are you talking about?
like this, the brim.
I would say I think hats like a lot of people that wear hats will understand this.
$15 hat if brim is perfect.
So Uh, I think that you can tell the difference between like a bad quality hat and a good quality hat.
I'm not talking about the. I'm talking about the back here.
That's what I said.
Let me see.
I'm not saying all of them are bad.
A fitted hat, though. I'm talking about a fitted hat that I bought in Puerto Rico. It was like, instead of straight like this, it went.
You mean the material was
the
missing.
quality is just bad.
The quality's bad. Like, they didn't put any effort into it. It's just cheap.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I usually get those flex hats, the ones that have the rubber inside.
I have some hats that are like cheaper and like just buying in like places like that. I have one that's from Dominican Republic, and I don't know. I don't wear the lower quality hats as much just because I don't like the way they fit. My big ass head, especially, like if I wear a hat that doesn't feel right, it gives me a headache on the front of my head here, and the newer ones for me don't do that. I mean, I have some fishing ones too that I kind of just force myself to deal with it that I wear a lot just because I want to mess them up while I'm fishing only. I'm not gonna mess up any of my other ones.
I have a Dodger ones that unless I'm rocking a buzz cut like this, it doesn't fit in my head.
Damn, but $60 a hat, that's crazy talk.
Most I've paid I think is like 50, 55 maybe.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Because even us buying the Rays official hats from the Rays, it didn't cost me that much, man.
Well, we got half off when we went.
We did, yeah, but it was like half off, $25.
Yeah, exactly. So they were 50.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that.
Yeah, I bought one too.
So
mine costed me still like 28. It was like $60, $60 mine, originally.
So remember when you guys are going into, not you guys per se, but when you guys typically go into a store, you go for the sale section. Like, you know, you're not going for the most expensive. I specifically went to the section that had the most expensive cap because I wanted to see what they had. And it turns out this is the last one that they had of the U.S. Team. So I was like, fuck it, I'll grab that one. That's the only reason I bought this one.
But this is like a baseball hat. This is what this is.
Yeah, but I don't really care about sports. I just like the way it looks. I have like 3 or 4 Puerto Rican hats, and I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
cause
not Puerto Rican. I just like the way they look, and sure, I like.
Cause I wear hats everywhere, right? So they get dirty very quickly. For me to wash them, I have the little doodad plastic shit. I put this on.
That shit still ruins them, man.
I figured out a way not to ruin it.
How?
You have to really make sure you put the hat on, and then you undo the back, and then you make sure you fit it perfectly, and then that's when you clip it, and you want to make sure that it actually, if you make it tighter, that's when it ruins it. Like, it can't be too tight, but it cannot be too loose, and then once you clamp it down, you want to make sure it's all aligned, and nothing happens to them. They come out perfect.
I feel like the cardboard in the bill still gets, I've done it multiple times.
Oh, no.
The cardboard in the bill gets like soft and messed up.
Okay, well, cold water only.
Well, just because it gets wet, that's why. I did it with cold.
But this is not. This is plastic. This is not cardboard.
Well, a lot of them use like a cardboard material essentially inside.
Yeah, this will bend. If I wanted to make this.
That's how I wear all my hats. Is curved.
I'd do it, but I haven't done it with this one.
You know what's like the best way to do it?
Get a fucking water bottle.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can grab that like GhettoRig cup right there and wrap it around, just squeeze it for like 30 seconds, and then that's the way I do it with mine. Like
that's how we did it back home, right?
Yeah, but then it's not like perfect.
It's perfect.
Well, that one's already curved, so it's kind of hard to mess it up. But when you get one that's a flat bill and you're trying to curve it, it's actually a lot easier to like bend it.
Why don't you
unevenly.
bend it up?
The fuck am I, Vanilla Ice?
that would be Vanilla Ice.
The fuck?
Oh, shit. Yeah, because I can't.
A visor upside down.
What I don't like is when this piece is like this. You know what I mean? I like it to be like.
I kind of need that. I got a boxy, big ass head. I need it to be nice and round.
Yeah, like talking about that, like this is actually like just sitting on top of my head. It's not really like seated. So I would need to make this bigger for it to sit properly. But back in the day, I would not be able to do that. I'm telling you, my head has fucking grown. Yeah, so now.
Last thing I need for me is for my fucking head to grow.
Keep doing jujitsu.
It's just gonna throw me off balance if my head gets any bigger. I can't deal with it. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to wear hats. I'm already on the last 2 little pegs.
On any hat?
On snapbacks, anything I wear.
No shit.
Yeah. You can't go to the last one because that shit just pops right off.
Yeah.
Yeah. even when I have like a, if I have a lot of hair, like I let my hair grow out long enough, like that they're tight. With 2 pegs, they're tight. Believe it or not.
But the Velcro ones are my favorite because you can like micro adjust.
I don't
Velcro
have any
ones.
of the Velcro ones. I have one that has like a little strap, like a belt, like where it loops through. That you can adjust that, micro adjust. But besides that, all of them are either fitted or like a snapback.
Oh, did you
Where
see
was
that?
this?
Did you see that Australia shooting where the cop like basically murders a bystander? Yeah, she like ends up like she's shooting back at the perpetrator, and then somebody comes from the side. She doesn't know what it is and shoots him. Her partner gets shot like completely. It was bad, man. It was really bad. You just do female cop kills a person. Australian female cop kills a.
That was
Mm.
April 5th.
No, it just happened not
Go
long
back.
ago.
Like to the previous page. It might have been that one that happened 2 days ago on the previous search. Like on your, before you put like female cop and everything, yeah. Former boxer killed in Melbourne.
Go
Video
back one more
appears.
time.
During an ambush.
No, that's not. It was Australia. It was Australia, and it was a female cop that
That
shot
says
him.
Melbourne. Melbourne is in Australia.
Yeah, but it was like this lady filming it from like higher up in a building. It's like a cell phone video, catches everything, the whole incident. But it's strange that they're not putting it in there, like, cause it should pop out. Female cop, like that's the latest news. Why don't it come up? What is this, Google? Why you fucking up the algorithm? Just because? Why you have to be sexist towards women, Google? What? What you laughing about? It's true though.
I'm I'm pissing off Emily right now, making her believe I ate her ice cream. What I did?
Tell her you and I both did. I don't know, but anyway, see, you saw it, right, Miggy? Shoots him right in the head or something like that.
Nah.
It's pretty. It's maybe X has it.
That's alright. Let's just move on to the other ones. These are fine.
Yeah. Did you see the shares of SpaceX? They opened at 139, are down to 149 right now. They went to like
Down.
2 something, and they went down.
156.
Yeah. 156 now. Okay, so after hours then. Just do 1 month. There, went up to like 200 and then started climbing down.
How, like,
That's normal.
okay.
That's very normal. Every time they go IPO, you get let first couple of weeks go by, then price kind of settles in, and that's when you buy it if you want to.
And you were saying that, like, how many percent? It was 60% in this case that was private, and the rest they were allocating a larger percentage to go that was going to be available.
Institutional sellers, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think this time around they gave 20% or something like that, like just under 20% to regular retail customers versus being right around under 10%. Like that's customary.
And by customer you mean
Customary.
like, no, I'm saying not customary, but like
You and I.
you're right. Okay,
You
that's
and
what
I.
I thought, but I was making sure.
Yeah, you and I versus institutional, meaning like big corporations come in or big institutional investors come in. And
Right.
they
I know
just
what
buy
you
it
mean
all
by
up.
that. Yeah.
Like we're talking about like billions of
I was
dollars
just making
coming
sure
in.
that 20% was like essentially for like the average, like that's how many was allocated to like the average people that want to invest.
Correct. And it was oversubscribed by 4 times. Was it 4 or 3? 3 times oversubscription. 3 times oversubscription. And they ended up actually selling all of it, obviously. But then it went up in a secondary market. It went up to 200, as you can see. Kept trending up. And now it's back down. It'll probably settle in. And everybody was talking about, oh, SpaceX lost a lot of value. Bitch is still up from the original IPO selling price. So I don't know what you're all complaining about. you know, and he just needed a quick cash infusion, which he got, 70 some $billion.
Well, the 135 was the projected opening. Did it actually open at that?
139, yeah. No, they
139?
start selling at 139.
I thought it says there it started selling at 160
No, the first offering was 139.
because it shows it's open.
That's at the market. At the market. But they came in and they traded. It was the subscribe, right? Like they bought it at that, and then when market opens, secondary market, they can sell it at that.
Okay.
Right? Which technically they're not supposed to, right? But there's like different clauses and stuff that they can do. But the thing with this one is they can keep it for only 3 months. They don't have to keep it for 6 months to sell it. So that's what's basically. And then what happened was they were talking about how a couple of so people that were, so who can sell it? People that were already vested in a company, they got shares, like, I don't know, a welder or whatever. There's this guy, Mexican welder, that came in, worked for $28 an hour, basically became a millionaire overnight because of the amount of shares. They had 10,000 shares, and like he can sell it, and a lot of the employees decided to sell this shit, right? Like,
but if you bought it day one, you have to wait 3 months to sell it.
Well, technically, you're supposed to wait 6 months to do that. You're not allowed to sell it within the 6 months, right? But because the way this is set up, this clause are set up, you can sell it after the first quarterly results of the company, right? Which is gonna come out in September, so they can sell it in September.
Okay.
You know what I
But
mean?
then after that, from here on out, it has to be every 6 months.
No, you can just do whatever. After the 3 months,
Oh, that's right, because it's
you can do whatever you want
from the start date.
But the people that already had the shares, they could sell it in open
Right,
market.
I get what you're saying.
Because that was theirs already, so they could just sell that. So you see, $2 trillion. $2 trillion. It's valued at $2 trillion. SpaceX is valued at $2 trillion. I mean, clearly there's a lot of that cult following for Elon. Number one, right, and number two, it's a way for X people that have the X shares to get money because X is owned technically by SpaceX, right? So yeah, Lockheed, which is, this is strange because why was Lockheed trading so heavy right before war and then it starts going, you know what I mean? Why is it trending so heavy? Because we weren't in war with Iran in March. There was no talks of going to war.
Yeah, there was.
In March?
I think so. Right? Hasn't been that long. Or it has been that long, sorry.
Yeah, bro, we had the war since March.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Could be. Anyway, Lockheed, all the defense
They've
contractors.
already had their ceasefire, 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 psych.
Started February 28th of 2026.
Okay. No, that makes sense. But yeah.
Fucking lot of money. I didn't know Lockheed Martin was so expensive.
Well,
For any of the military companies, really.
it doesn't matter. See, the price of the shares does not matter. When you say expensive, it doesn't matter because so there's this idea in the markets that if it goes above $100, people don't like to buy it, right? Because they're saying it's expensive. I don't want to buy it.
It is too expensive. I can't afford $500.
Yeah, but but the alternative to that is because there's only so many shares that are circulating, right? So that's their price. That's their actual price. The alternative is what's called if they break up the share. So they make 4 out of 1, right? So right now, if you own 10,000 shares, now you own 40,000 shares. Now your share price goes down to $25. But you still have the total amount that you had before. So now you can come in and buy and say, oh, I can buy it now at $25. But it doesn't really mean anything because you're really just buying it's a full share, but you're buying a quarter share, right? So they can break it up or they can combine them together. So let's say if the shares go down, they're trading low at $10. A lot of people don't like to buy anything below $10 either. They can come back and say, okay, well, we're doing a reverse split, and we're gonna do reverse split 10 to 1, meaning 10 shares is gonna become 1. Now they're trading at $100. So that's what I'm saying. The share price really does not matter, and especially nowadays where there's just so much money that people invest in the stock market that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how much the share price is because you always can buy partial shares too. Like nobody goes out there to buy. Pull in Google shares. Mm-hmm. There you go, $346, right? But Google's been to 3,000, and then they did splits and stuff like that, right? Same thing with Amazon. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla at one point was trading at $1,000. They did a 1-to-7 split, right? They went down. So people can be more, I guess, I don't know what's the word, like more willing to spend the money.
Mm-hmm.
So
Enticing to buy.
entice them to buy, yeah. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You still, yeah, you buy in a share, but then so what, Then none of this shit really matters. For example, let's say you have a 401k in your company, you pull it out, you go to a different company, now you put it in your IRA or Roth IRA or whatever, and then you're saying, okay, well now I want to buy shares of Tesla. Let's say you accumulated $50,000, right? It's got to be invested into something, and you want to buy Tesla shares. Are you really gonna care that the share is trading at $300 versus $25? No, because you're still gonna invest the entire $50,000, right? So
Yeah, and that
who cares how
50,000
many
is just
shares you're
either
gonna
gonna
have?
move a percent up or percent down.
Yeah, the share. But what I'm trying to say, quantity of shares doesn't really matter. What matters is how much that quantity of shares is worth. Yeah, because you know, at the end of the day, that's the important thing, right? Like, okay, Meta platform, $562, trading at 500. Berkshire, pull up Berkshire Hathaway share price.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, if you wanted, you could go take $500 and invest it into Google, and it's gonna give you 1 point
That's a
whatever
B
shares,
class.
right?
Do class A. Do class A. There you go. Right there. Current price. No, go back up.
It says it.
Current price $739,000 per share. And then what? People still buy it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean, but I can't buy it.
Yes, you can. That's my point. You can. You can buy a partial share. You don't have to buy a full share.
Share of 739,000.
Yes.
Yes.
God dang.
You can buy a partial share. Yeah, and partial share.
Let me get $5 on that.
That's fine. In the $5, let's say the 739,000 grows by 10%. Your $5 will go by 10%. So now your share is worth $5.50. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where in 739,000, your the one share is now worth $800,000 if it goes up 10%. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really fucking matter. You can buy partials. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the Google share was like 346. You could just invest $500 worth. You get 1 point whatever shares.
You can continuously add to that as well. Slowly adding.
Extra this, extra that, just whatever you want to sprinkle in. Bro, they're gonna take your money. Trust me.
Yeah,
whatever you want to give them, they'll put
take
it in
your money. Yeah,
they'll put it into the market.
But bottom line, that's why mutual funds is probably the best way to invest for. Probably the best. It depends on your situation, but mutual funds or ETFs is the best way to go about it for an average investor, because now you have to follow just one share, right? Like you gotta make sure that you've looked into Berkshire Hathaway, you've done your financial analysis, you've done all of the shit to understand that it's doing good or bad. But for example, if you get into a mutual funds, which is what's called a open-ended company, so the more money comes in, the more shares they go out in the market and buy it. And each mutual fund is set up in a certain way. Some are growth, some are longevity, some are like aggressive, some are less aggressive, some have more bonds than shares. But basically, the more money you bring in, it invests into this fund that holds the shares. So the value of the fund is what the shares are worth, basically, right? It's a very, very dry way of explaining this.
Yeah.
And then you buy shares in that fund, which holds all these assets.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then that's an open-ended fund, because then they'll collect whatever money you bring in. Now they have more extra cash. Now they can go out that extra cash in the market and buy more. ETFs, on the other hand, are very similar, but they're what's called a closed-end fund, which means whoever established that, whatever shares they bought into it, that's it. They're not buying any more. So it just trades like that in the market. Now, sometimes if it's an actively managed ETF, a manager can come in and say, okay, well, we're going to sell all the shares of NVIDIA that we have, and the money we'll generate from that, we're going to use it and put it in something else. or we're gonna sell partial shares and put it somewhere else. But they're never adding more money into it. It's just they're managing what money it already has, and that's what's called an exchange traded fund. And who made this actually popular back in the 1970s was Vanguard. He came up with this idea because he's like, people are paying too much money for management of these funds, right? Why don't we establish these ETFs that nobody really manages? We just buy everything in it, package it up, say this is an ETF, and just sell that. And some of these ETFs are since the 70s. They're still trading to this day, and whatever they had back in the day within that ETF is still there. So like one big one is VVTI. Oh, VVT. Try VVT.
How does it work with making money off of that, pulling your money out, and how often does someone that invests into
These
these ETFs
so for example
get their money out of it?
For example, VVT is a very very liquid asset, which means a lot of people are always buying and selling it. So you usually don't have an issue to buy or sell this. Do max, and I'll give you since when it was established, right? Like you're looking since 2008. So whatever they bought in 2008, that's what it has in it, and since then, this is what it's been doing, right? Let's Google it. The oldest ETF in the world. Oldest currently trading ETF in the world. Let's see what it's gonna give us. iShares SPX, yeah, index ETF. Look that up. Since 1990s, right? So there you go. It says trading since 1990. So whatever they bought into it. So here, go back up. See the breakdown right there. Top sector ways. Go down a little bit. Yep, go just down a little bit. No. Yep.
Scroll.
Yep, right there. Financial services at 40%, energy at 17%, basic materials, technology, industrial. And it gives you a little bit of historical performance. As you can see, it hasn't been able to really outperform the market, because market is at about 11% historically, and this has been doing 10.18. Yeah. So, it's just there's so many different financial products nowadays that.
How does the payment work with taxes? So let's say you.
What's that? Say it again.
How does the payment work with taxes? Like, how do you declare those taxes? Like, how much does it go?
That's actually a very good question.
So, like, for example, you buy a couple stocks, and at the end of the year, I'm not gonna make it complicated. Let's just say you have something that just gave you $10, and then, like, how does that get declared at the end? Like, do you put, hey, I made $10 off of this stock, and now the government takes like what percent?
Yep. So it's a very good question, actually. What happens is, at the end of the year, you'll get a basically like a tax return from your investor, whoever you're investing with, right? And
then that's only one time a year, or is that a quarterly thing?
You get your statements every month, but then once a year you'll get 1099 basically.
Okay.
1099. So what happens is you have two types of gains. You have short-term gains and long-term gains, and this is what's going to determine how much you're going to pay in taxes. What is a long-term gain? Long-term gain is, let's say if today I buy a share and I keep it all the way till next year, that comes around to be June 23rd. On a June 24th, I can sell those shares at long-term gains, which means I kept them for exactly 365 days. Now I can sell them at long-term gains. But if I sell them at less than 365 days, it's what's called a short-term gains. The way they treat this is this. If it's short-term gains, you're getting taxed at your tax bracket. Whatever your tax bracket is, that's where you're getting taxed. For example, let's say if you're making only $40,000 and he puts you in or let's say you bring $30,000, put you at that 15% tax bracket, that's all you're going to pay.
But what if you're not selling your shares? You're just collecting funds.
Does not matter, because until you sell it, it's not a gain. You have no money. Until you sell it, you have no money.
You've invested.
You have fictitious money, but you don't have any money.
Okay.
Make sense?
You don't pay any taxes until you pull it out the market.
Yeah. So how the long-term gains work? Long-term gains work a little bit better for people that are more rich, right? So let's say my tax bracket is 35%. if I sell my shares before a year expires, I'm paying 35% on the gains, right? But if I sell them at long term, it's between 15 to 20 depending on how much money you make a year. Does that make sense? So if you make certain, after a certain amount of money that you make, it's worth to go long term. Before a certain amount of money, you can do short term. But short term is very speculative, right? And a short term, good shares are not really going to give you anything. Buying, investing like that, it should be for the retirement, right? There's, of course, you can go and day trade, extremely dangerous. People lose their ass on it, you know. Um, like you hear about people day trading and making money, yeah, but how many lost their ass on it? It's for each person that's making money day trading, there's thousands that lost their ass. That's why this motherfucker is making money. Because somebody has to lose money for you to make money. That's the bottom line, right? And that happens with regular shares, even at long term. Let's say you buy a share 10 years ago, and then that share keeps climbing up because the company is doing well. Somebody always comes in and pays more for the shares, which makes the price of that share go up. So when you do go and sell yours, somebody's going to pay more at the market price, which means they have to pay more, so you're going to collect more, which means somebody has to lose money for you to gain money. That's how stock market works. And that's the whole idea of capitalism, right? It's all supply and demand, and who's willing to pay what for a product, right? And that's the biggest misconception. A lot of people, well, I have this much money in my bank account and these are my shares. Yes, great. What if you don't trust the government? What if you think the government is going to collapse? Do you really have that money? Because the minute government collapses, all those shares are going to tank, right? Will they go to zero? It's a very unlikely scenario, but yes, they can. If the company does shit, economy does shit, yeah. But at the end of the day, until you sell your shares, you don't have your money. That money is not yours. Makes sense? That's why looking at your account, investment account, is kind of like a fool's errand. You kind of look at it just to kind of see where you're at, but you can't gauge anything by that until you sell it. And even if you sell it, depending on which kind of account you're in, you can't just pull out your money. If it's in an IRA or some sort of a retirement account, if you pull that money out before it's time for you to pull it out, which is at 59 and a half, you're going to pay another 10% on top of it because you pulled early. You see what I'm saying? And also there's, to add a lot of level of complexity, depending what kind of a retirement account is, pre-tax or after-tax. Because if it's pre-tax, it grows much faster. But then you have to pay taxes for all that. If it's after tax, it grows much slower, but then when time comes, you don't pay as much in taxes. So it's all a balance and a game, right? Like try to understand and kind of gauge where you're going to be in the future, right? So it depends what your goals are. What are you trying to achieve, right? You got to look at it this way and say, okay, I'm going to need $2 million when I retire. Right? Because the $2 million is going to earn some sort of a money for you. Let's say at 5%, $2 million is earning what, $100,000 for you a year, right? So that $100,000 that it's earning, you're going to pay taxes each time you pull money out, but you're not touching your $2 million, and it earns you $100,000 consistently. You can have a decent life, right? So now you have to sit down and say, okay, how do I get to my $2 million? And then you can just kind of look at it this way. First $100,000 is going to take you 10 years, 7 to 10 years to put together. The next $100,000, less. It's the compounding effect, right? It's harder for you to get to $100,000 than it is for you to get to $1 million.
From 100,000 to $1 million, is what you're saying.
Especially if you're compounding in the same place. But if you're compounding in different accounts, now it doesn't work the same way. It has to compound on top of each other in the same account, right? So let's
what
just.
you're saying is don't be opening more than maybe 2 accounts, right? You want to have one for the long term, and you want to have one for short term. One that you can obviously save up, and then one that you can kind of play with.
So this is what you should have, like bare bottom, basic. You should have at the very least 6 months worth of bills in your savings account. 6 months. 6 months to 12 months, right? 6 months to a year. Savings. That's one. Number one. That's what you should have. Because jobs are not guaranteed. You want to have that cushion to pay your bills until you find a new job. That's number one. Number two, if you're thinking about retirement, then you have to start thinking about retirement. Now you start putting money away for retirement. Now you're thinking also, okay, well, I'm going to have an old car. I'm going to need to buy a car within the next 20 years, let's say, right? So you can say, okay, for the first 15 years, I'm going to be putting money away into the retirement account. When time comes, or for the first 10 years, I'm going to put away money. When time comes, I'm going to open another account, and that's going to be my short-term spending. This is not retirement. This I'm going to, instead of me paying for the car, I'm going to be putting that money into that account, which will grow. So at the end of the day, when the time comes for you to pull that money out and pay for the car, you have gains. Does that make sense? So instead of you paying 20,000 for the car, you end up paying like 12,000 for the car. The 12,000 of your money that grew to be 20,000.
Okay, you lost me a little bit.
Go ahead.
When we got a car, and how do we are you saying pay with that car with a short term account?
So look. So right now you have a car, right? Like let's say you financed the car, right? It cost you $20,000.
Okay.
You paid it
And
all
that's
off.
coming,
Car is yours.
and that's just coming. Okay.
Car is yours, right? But you know that this car is already 5 years old. You know that in the next 10 years you're most likely going to need another car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you're not one of those people that you want a new car every 5 years. You're saying, okay, 5 years I paid for this, I have my car, but I know plus 10 more years I'm going to need to think about getting a new car.
So your car's paid off, right? So you're thinking about
So
getting
that money
for your next car.
yes, that money that you're putting towards this car, you can slowly put into that account that you just opened, the new account, which is going to consider as the short-term account. You put it into that account and it slowly grows by itself, right? So once you get to the point where you're like, okay, now 5 years into putting this money in, so you're technically paying for a car for 10 years, right? But instead of now you just giving the money away, you're paying yourself, which grows and becomes more as time goes by. So by the time you get to 10 years, by the time your 10 years expires, right, now your car is 15 years old. Now you're thinking about selling your car. You sell your car, whatever money from that you accumulate, plus whatever money you have in that brokerage account, you could take that out and buy the new car. Now that new car for you has no payments. You just paid for your new car.
And you might have a little extra money too.
You might have a little extra money, but the most importantly, you didn't. So let's say the car cost $25,000, but you only brought in 16. The rest of the 7 market gave it to you basically. See what I mean? Yeah. So in reality, instead of $25,000 car, you paid 16. So now if something happens, you can turn around, sell your car, and you still have money in it, right? A little bit. You'll lose a little bit of money, but you still have extra money that you didn't bring in.
Yeah.
Right?
Still get to keep 85 to 90.
Yeah, so this is where your short term comes in, and that short term should be for any kind of large purchases. For example, I don't know, a car, down payment for a house, a new camera, right? Things that are more expensive that you don't just have laying around. And I wouldn't suggest have your money laying around like that. I would suggest putting it maybe in some very secure, safe investment, maybe money market, maybe in some bond portfolio where there's a less of a chance for it to lose the money. And it kind of grows slow, but it does grow. You know what I mean? That's what you want to do.
What website can I use to start a portfolio, like those accounts?
Any website, you got Fidelity, you got Raymond James, Citi, Vanguard,
like
Schwab.
Right?
No, not necessarily. Fidelity does have. So you have to look at it. These are all brokers, right? Like they have full access to the market. You can buy whatever you want. Schwab is another one. You basically what you want to do. It's not important where to start the account. What's more important to have a strategy, because to start an account is super easy. Robinhood, you can do that too. The number one goal here is Fidelity, for example. If you're going to do Fidelity has its own mutual funds that you can buy from them that are basically 0% management fee. So whatever money you put in, whatever it grows, it's yours. Like you're not paying anything. Or very low management fee companies, right? The most important is to sit down, put a strategy together. Once you figure out what your strategy is, what your goals are. Okay, so in 10 years, I'm looking to have this goal. Cool. So let's start working. And you start slowly doing it, right? It's kind of like having the strategy is having foundation and the walls. And then as you slowly invest and as you modify tiny bit, it's like decorating the inside of the house. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah.
But the number one thing is to have a strategy. Okay, what's my risk appetite? How much I'm willing to lose in order to gain, you know? And the way this risk works in a stock market, the amount that you can gain is always less than the amount that you can lose, no matter what investment you put it into. Your downside risk is always going to be bigger than an upside risk, always, in any product, right?
Your downside risk is gonna be higher than
Than your upside risk. Upside meaning you making money, downside you losing money. Your your upside risk is always less than your upside risk. You gain less money in the upside that you can lose. Your risk is always higher. Losing money risk is always higher than gaining risk. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's different products for that, you know, and then there you go into different products, meaning you can get synthetic products, you can get direct products, you can buy individual shares, you can buy funds, you can buy conglomerate of funds. Best way is like what Warren Buffett said: find an ETF you like.
That's the part that confuses me though. Like I know the existence of all of these things, like all these bonds, mutual things,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But there's no system. There's not like a fucking game auction house that has everything in one place.
Yeah, they do. Fidelity,
So-
Schwab, any of them, any of them.
So for example, like right here,
You can open Fidelity right now and buy any share you want, any share.
maybe it's just I don't have that option because I'm not logged in. But like this is not everything they offer, right?
No, so see, it says retirement and IRAs,
Okay.
brokerage accounts. So retirement and IRAs have hold on before you click on anything. Retirement and IRAs, you cannot touch this money until you're 59 and a half. And there's only certain amount of money you can bring in, and there's caps to it. Because you're putting this money in tax free. Government wants you to pay money. Since you're not paying money to them, they're saying, okay, for retirement you can only save this much in this retirement account on an annual basis. Brokerage account, it's your money that you done pay taxes for. You can put in as much as you want into the brokerage account and buy whatever you want, just like you can
So
buy
this
it
is
in
gonna be my long-term account. This is gonna be my
short term.
account.
That's it. Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And what's this? Health savings account.
Health savings account is an HSA, which means, let's say with work, you have a high deductible plan with your insurance for your health insurance. Let's say it's $1,800. Every month you can put money away into this account, tax free, they can use towards your deductible. It can be used towards your deductible. You can use over counter medicine, anything that's medical related. You can use the HSA account for your prescription medicine.
So you're saving money for your hospital bills when you're
not hospital bills. You're saving
your
money.
medical bills.
Yeah, you're saving money for your deductible because your insurance covers the medical bills.
For your insurance.
Is basically a free for all, right? IRAs is the next.
I like that free for all.
Yeah,
PvP arena.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. And then retirement and IRAs are basically free for all, but with clause, with restrictions when you can touch the money. You can sell,
that's a fun way to look
And
at
how
it,
much you
dude.
can put in.
yeah, you can
PVE, PvP.
yeah. So in the retirement account, you can buy and sell all you want. The minute you take the money out and goes into your bank account, that's when you pay a penalty. If you pull it before you're 59 and a half.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna start looking into this because
You guys
gotta
have
make
to.
some money. You gotta
So
start making some money.
go to put this in investment calculator. Just do investment calculator. Pull up the
I
first
think
one.
we've already done this before. You're gonna give me a number, and
Yep.
we're gonna have like $1 million by the end.
Yeah. So let's say starting amount do 0 because you got nothing right now. Let's say you have nothing. Do 40 years, 40 years, and then do 8%, and then do instead of annually do monthly. Do monthly. And then additional contributions. Well, let's just do something that's a little more makes sense, right? Contribution. Okay, so let's just do $500. Let's just do $500 a month, right? And then do beginning. That's it. Calculate. This is the amount of money you'll make if you invested for 40 years, starting from 0, $500 a month every month for 40 years.
You would invest 240K and you'd get back 1.5 million.
Correct. That's the gain. Now, do 30 years.
Significantly less.
That's $1 million difference. 10 years just gave you $1 million difference. That's why it's important to start investing as soon as you can. Because go
Look
down.
at the graph.
Look at
It's kind of like the way I'm thinking about it is, do you want $1 million at 50 or do you want $1 million at 60?
basically. So let's say average person retires at 70, right?
'Cause
So
at
let's
50 you can still do things, but at 60 you start falling apart.
so let's say you retire at 75, right? Just do 50 years right now, because 25 years plus 75, 50 years, do calculate. All right, that's $4 million. You'll retire, well, let's just do 72. So just go 47 years. Calculate. Yeah. You see, just 3 years right there, with $800,000. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you dump that, if you wait until you're 35 to start investing, which now you're going to have only 37 years to invest, look at the number now.
How many?
37. Yeah, you just lost $2 million in 10 years. That's why it's super important to start as early as you can. No matter the amount you can. If it's $100, then it's $100. If it's $50, then it's $50. If it's $10, then it's $10. It's better to get it started now and worry about it increasing it later than wait until later you have money. And I can promise you, if you allocate certain amount out of your paycheck, you will not even see it going out.
Whole shit crashes. I still lose my money, don't I?
If whole shit crashes, that means there is no more United States. There's no more financial markets.
All
it's
this shit
zombie
gone.
apocalypse. All the shit's gone.
No,
But at that point,
zombie apocalypse, like a 2008.
no, you'll lose money. But then in 2008, a bunch of people lost money. Within 5 years, they recovered and then some. They went
And
up
so
35%.
And so after what you're saying, if another 2008 happens, which apparently it already did, but whatever, that happens within 5 to 10 years, it all recovers and then some.
Pretty much, that's what market's been doing. Now, is the past the prediction of the future? No.
No, okay.
Yeah, but the only way for you to lose all of your shit to zero, if literally there's a zombie apocalypse or some sort of a shit that happened, that America doesn't exist anymore, Russia doesn't, none of these countries exist, at that point, do you really need your $3 million? At that point, people are going to be taking gold and silver as a form of payment to begin with. So what is paper going to do for you?
I think that's the Jews' plan, man. You know, they're trying to nuke the economy.
Well, I mean, are they really trying to nuke the economy?
I'm just joking.
You know, because
let's not get into it. We're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up anyways.
But you have to look at it this way. There's too many rich uncles that are unwilling to lose their billions and billions of dollars. For them not to lose their billions and billions of dollars, they have to make sure that the financial markets somewhat work. You see what I mean? So they'll do everything that's in their power to keep the financial markets working. Can they weather storms better than you? Yes. But they also don't want to lose their massive investments. You know what I mean? Nobody likes to see, I had $10 billion, now I'm back to 6. Ain't nobody want to see that. Can they live for the rest of their life with 6? No problem. Yes, they can. But picture, you have 10 billion, now you have 6 overnight. Nobody likes that. No one. I don't care how much money you're making. No one likes that. You know what I mean? That's why it's got to be like, you invest into something, you should put the money in and forget it. But you need to make sure you're putting the money in constantly and forget it. There's different strategies I can tell you how to do to double up on your money, which going to help you increase faster, just to try to catch up and stuff like that. But the best way is through your employer if they're offering 401k, and especially if they're matching, you'll be a fool not to put the money in. You know what I mean? Because it's extra money that your company is giving you for just being their employee. You know what I mean? Things like that. So the sooner you start, the better it is.
All right, guys, I think we should wrap it up for today.
Yep.
All right. We got a whole lot of wisdom today, and we'll catch you guys on Thursday. Peace.
You don't even think you're going to get all this, huh?